How's the week been, John? I suppose it's probably a nice little luxury in an A-League week to have 8 days to prepare for a game. Have you been able to fit in anything extra than what you might not normally have been able to? Or?
Oh, it's always important to try to have a good preparation, but we also know that it doesn't always say anything because, as I mentioned before, I preferred as a player always to be playing 2 games a week a lot of times, but for us, no, it's been a good week of working and heading up to the game.
What did you take out of the Wellington game? What were sort of the things that you highlighted this week that you sort of might not have been happy with, or conversely happy with, depending on what way you're looking at it?
Well, we were not happy with the start and the defensive errors that we made there, but the reaction was good. The reaction was only not good enough to get a result, and so it was disappointing. We looked at it, we reviewed it, and we know we have to do better in some areas.
John, I mean, what's the issue here? Against Newcastle, you never got warm. Against the Mariners, you were poor and they took the first half lead. Against Wellington, you gave 2 goals away in 20 minutes. Do your players just take the bottom teams for granted? Is that a problem?
I don't think so. I don't agree that we were poor against the Mariners first half.
Well, not poor, but you went 1-0 down.
That's something different, yeah. That's different than being poor. You know, you can play good and still come behind.
But is complacency against the strugglers an issue?
Well, not if you look back at the games that we had in late November, begin December period. But if you look back at the recent period with the game, especially Newcastle, then I think we didn't do ourselves a favor. But we talked about that already. I would like to talk about the game against Sydney, focus, and we know that we have to bounce back if you want to be in the race to do something maybe that we all have in mind and we clearly would like to and want to, but if you want those things, then you have to get the results on the right time, and that's this time of the year.
Does Harry come straight back into the side?
Harry's been training the whole week with the team, as we already told. He was out. He's been training since we come back from Wellington with the team, so he's involved in the squad.
Sydney, fantastic result for them on Wednesday night. But they are missing several players through suspension, 3 or 4, plus the exertions of Wednesday. I mean, is this the perfect time to play them?
It's what I said. They're coming back from a great win. It gave the team a boost. So I don't think that will have any consequences. Other players are going to get an opportunity. Players that are fresh, that are going to get an opportunity from the coach to show and to play. So we should be focused and very focused on ourselves, knowing that they are going to have some different players in the lineup, maybe play a bit different, and that's why we have to be prepared for that. But it can only be maybe more dangerous because you don't know what you can expect. And we have to make sure that we are focused on our own game plan, and then knowing we'll see what Sydney comes up with.
Well, you say they might play a bit differently, but Graham Arnold tends to be one of the most predictable coaches in the league.
Well, what I mean with differently is players on other positions, and then maybe he normally. So that will change, of course, some dynamics maybe in how they played the last few weeks, but. The style of playing will not change that much, I think.
Can I just ask, sorry, one more on Harry I was going to ask. Do you think you missed him last week just up front, maybe just that little bit of extra creativity or something like that, obviously, that he brings? No,
it has no use if. And we've seen Harry, we know what he can do. Can't make anything of that. We know he has some qualities, so we're happy he's back in, and now it's up to him and the group to make sure that we get a good result tomorrow.
You also mentioned at the start of last week, and you've obviously said that a couple of times in the last few weeks in post-match press conferences, just that slow start. Is that a pattern that you've seen creeping in, or is it just sort of coincidental, just based on certain weeks and all that sort of thing?
Yeah, it's different games because, yeah, like if I just look at the derby, we had a good start, and so it depends. We have had games that we had a good start, and we have games that we had a slow start. So we have to just make sure that we're ready. We know that we have a good team if we're all focused. We have a good fighting spirit, but again, making defensive errors in a way that we have done in a few games doesn't help getting into games, and that's what we have to get better in. We have to improve that, and we talked about it. We know it as a team that we can make steps in that area, especially. And it's now up to us to show that and to work on it.
Having Connor Chapman and Aaron Hughes obviously helps from that perspective potentially as well, if you can get them back into the side.
It helps, yeah, but we can only have 11 players on the pitch, and but having a lot of players coming back now, gives a good competition. So I just mentioned it to the group as well. It's now you're going to get. In this kind of period, it's about getting results, it's about performing. If you're not performing, then other players are ready to step in because the group is almost totally fit, except for Corey Camiro. We have almost all the players back now into fully fitness, so it gives us opportunities to look, to see, to maybe change some things that we don't like or keep it the way it is because they're performing good, and that's the way it should be.
I'm 99% sure you won't answer, but I'll try anyway. With Connor and or Aaron potentially coming back in, will you revert back to a back three, or will you keep with the back four that you've had for the past 3 or 4 weeks?
We'll see tomorrow.
Are they playing, Chapman and Hughes? Are they going to be starting in your starting 11, or is it too risky to bring them both in?
Well, again, it's about competition now, getting a chance, taking that chance, and that's something that during the coming weeks everybody has to be prepared for that moment that we do call them up to start playing, and that could be tomorrow. So it's again, everybody's fit, so everybody's fit to play a part in a game or to start or to come in a second half, or it's up to them now to show on the training and in the games that who we should put onto the pitch, and that's what I think we're all happy about, that we can have that choice now.
Broadly, do you see an opportunity for a number of clubs this season in the finals? It doesn't seem to me to be a season dominated by a few clubs, perhaps, that the A-League has in previous years. And if a team gets it right late, something extraordinary could happen. I suppose I'm putting you in that list.
No, I think that's true. With 6 games to go, and then the finals coming after that, it's about momentum. And in those 6 games, after 6 games, that we can see who's first. Maybe if you would play 7 games, it would be a different table. So it's that close that at this moment, and having a good run in the end, can lift you very quickly up the ladder, because we're all close, and clubs and teams going to lose points in this period. So look at Adelaide, how many points they have gained, and they were bottom after 6-7 rounds, and now they're clearly second. So it's just about having a good run in this league, and you can make really big steps, and especially in this part at the end, the one who can make a good run now has a good chance to finish first.
John, you had a really busy January transfer window, more than any other club. The results since, have been very up and down and patchy compared to what preceded. Has it been harder to integrate the raft of new signings than you perhaps thought it might have been? Maybe because of some, again,
things that you can't control. For example, the 2 red cards of Anthony, having him in, having him out, having him in, having him out. And I think, yeah, some players that of course have to get used to maybe different position. But overall, I'm very happy with the new signings. I think they've integrated very well, and yeah, you can't expect that because of that you start playing immediately totally different and winning games easy. It doesn't work like that. But I'm very happy with the energy that they bring and how they are being adapted at the club. And look, that's something that now has to make go into a next step. And you could see with Alex, he came in, he played the derby after almost not playing for a long period, and he's clearly now also getting into a situation that he feels fitter and more feeling more really game fit. So all those things, yeah. If we get that right in this period, it's important because now it's about those last 6 games.
That was a problem with Malik too, wasn't it? He wasn't naturally, was he, Malik?
No, Jacob's been struggling this year a bit with his game fitness and his overall fitness. He's not let's say in the form he was before his injury last year, but he's getting there, and that's another player. If he can just give that extra 10-15% more and reach to that fitness level, then it makes a big difference.
Is Sorensen fit?
Yes.
He